Putin warned supplying Tomahawks to Ukraine would destroy U.S. relations. Hey everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Well, in a speech here given this last Thursday in Sochi, Russia, Russian President Putin warned the Americans that providing Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles for long-range attacks against Russia would be the end of the relationship between the two countries. Recent reports stated that the U.S. plans to resume intelligence sharing with Ukraine on targets deep inside Russian territory, while also considering supplying the Ukrainians with long-range missiles. Tomahawk missiles have a range of 2,500 kilometers. If supplied to Kiev, they would allow Ukrainian forces to target areas deep inside of Russia. And so as we go over here to Hal Turner and look at today's headline, it appears that Trump is confirming the U.S. to provide Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine. Isn't that lovely? And as you can see in miles, it has a range of 1,550 miles, and it can reach very deep inside of Russia. And as Putin said, it would destroy and end any relations between the two countries, and they'd be in a state of war. It changes the game completely, Putin said. Now, as we scroll down here, it says President Donald Trump has just made the single most cataclysmic mistake of his entire presidency. He said from the Oval Office that he was kind of decided to give Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine. Pretty much, he says. We'll listen to it in a minute. Trump then disastrously went further. He said he wants to ask what targets they will be used against. By saying this, he's acknowledging that the United States directly approves the targets being hit by Ukraine with American-supplied and American satellite-guided missiles. So here's a video of what he said.
You made a decision on whether to supply Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine or sell them to NATO and let them sell them to Ukraine.
Yeah, I sort of made a decision, pretty much. If you consider, yeah, I think I want to find out what they're doing with them.
Yes.
You know, where are they sending them? I guess I'd have to ask that question.
Which just goes to show you that we would be directing the show and approving or unapproving the targets. So earlier today, Russia made it clear that if the U.S. supplies Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, it will destroy all the work done over these past months to rebuild U.S.-Russia relations. Worst, late last week, Russia reminded everyone that such missiles require American space satellites to guide them to target. As such, an American-supplied missile guided to target by American satellites will be treated by Russia as an attack by the United States upon Russia. Russia pointed out that it does not matter who pulls the trigger, i.e. Ukraine. They are American missiles guided by American satellites to target. That would be striking Russia. Even more horrifying, Russia declared that since the Tomahawks can be armed with either conventional or nuclear warheads, if Russia sees the radar silhouette of a Tomahawk missile coming at Russia, they will have no choice but to treat the missiles as nuclear and launch their nukes on warning. And there you go. Putin drew another red line, saying this would destroy the relationship between the two countries, and Trump just went ahead and did that anyway. Of course he did. In the meantime, they're talking about peace again over in Gaza, and I haven't seen any updates today, but yesterday Trump said in his message on Truth Social, he said that there had been positive discussions with Hamas and countries from all over the world, Arab, Muslim, and everyone else, this weekend to release the hostages, end the war in Gaza, but more importantly, finally have long-sought peace in the Middle East. The technical terms or teams will meet in Egypt on Monday to clarify the final details. Time is of the essence, he says, or massive bloodshed will follow. And hell will rain down on Hamas, he says. So, wow, there you go. So peace talks are supposedly progressing today. I haven't seen any updates, like I said, but I will keep my eyes open as always. And then last but not least in this little segment today, Trump says he'll speak to the Department of Justice about pardoning Ghislaine, convicted sex offender and child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine, however you pronounce that. So let's see what Trump had to say on that subject.
Say it.
The Supreme Court is back and
Yeah.
they rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance of getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're...
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
You know, I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it.
Consider
I will
that.
speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider. I don't know anything about it. So, but
Why
I'll
would
speak.
she be a
I will
candidate?
speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
But she was convicted of child sex trafficking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I have to ask DOJ. I didn't know they rejected it. I didn't know she was even asking for it, frankly.
And there you go. He's going to consider it. I mean, and this is something that he should disavow immediately and say absolutely not. She was found guilty. She's in prison. She's been sentenced. Her appeal was denied, and that should be it. End of story. But no, Trump's going to go ahead and consider it, which I think we knew all along he was probably going to do it, right? I mean, she got moved to a country club prison from where she was for cooperating with them, with whatever she gave them. I don't know. She gave Trump an endorsement saying he didn't do anything wrong. I suppose that was part of the deal. But now he's looking at possibly pardoning her after she lost her appeal at the Supreme Court today. So we'll see what happens, but it's just another, wow, just another thing, right? Woe to those who call good evil and evil good. But that's the days that we live in. And that'll be it for now. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com is home base for all that we do. I put lots of stuff here that we can't speak about anywhere else. In fact, I just put up a story here last night from over at vaccineimpact.com. Brian Shilhavy reporting. And he did an excellent article here on the United States of America being cursed for rejecting the gospel of Jesus Christ. And this is a definite must read, so you can see what he's talking about. But all that and much more here on the website, don'tspeaknews.com. And if you'd like to subscribe to the website, it's completely up to you. But you guys asked for it, so I provided a way to subscribe. There's a box that'll pop up once when you're on the website. And there's also one here under subscribe, contact Johnny. Click on that. And then if you'd like to subscribe, there's a box here. You can type it in and click on subscribe. And then every time I put up a new post, you'll be notified. Also, channel support is right here. We thank you very much for that. Without you guys, we don't stick around. We are listener supported only. If you'd like to support us, just click on that tab and all the links to do so are right there. And then last but not least, Rumble, BitChute, Telegram. Click on that tab and here are all the different places around the internet where you can find us. And this is it. I mean, we've been kicked off of everywhere else. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Let's see, Patreon is another one. I'm one of the few people I know that have been kicked off of that one. So there you go. These are the only places where you'll be able to find us. And that will be it for now. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm. Don't Speak News.